Hey guys, so I'm going to teach you how to use the basic rectangle light in V-Ray for SketchUp. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to download a model from the Google warehouse and import it into the file. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this whole download process. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to set up scenes in your model so that when you input the lights, it's easier to come back to the scene that you want to render because you're going to be moving your camera around. So to do this, you're going to find it under the Windows tab and go under Scenes, and the Scenes window will pop up. And so now you're going to set up your view. So go ahead and zoom into your view, find the perfect angle that you want your render to look like. So there, I've decided on this angle. There. And then I'm going to click the plus sign, and then now you've created your scene. So now you see if you move your camera around like so, and you just double click back on the scene, you're always going to come back to that scene. Now you are going to change the V-Ray options. So for the purposes of this render, and to make it easier, we are going to uncheck the GI color and the BG color under the Environment tab in the V-Ray options window. The reason you're doing this is because if you uncheck it, you're actually turning off the sunlight in the whole model. If you leave it on, then you have to deal with the whole balancing the sun, the light outside and the light inside. But this way, you're just focused on just purely like artificial light inside. So you're going to uncheck those two options. So after you've unchecked those, now you're going to head to the Output tab, and you are going to pick the lowest resolution ever, because since you are just going to test render it first, it's easier and faster if you choose the smallest size so that it renders faster. And so just select that and close the window. So again, like what I said earlier, you are going to start placing the rectangle light into your scene because it is the easiest V-Ray light that there is available. See, it's right here. It's the rectangle light. There's all these other options, but I mean, you can always Google if you want to learn how to use them. But so now we're just gonna click the button, and I usually like to find a corner to start off. Okay, let's start off in this corner. Oops. Okay. So there. Okay. So now you've created the rectangle light. Just click and drag. Easy. So now you're going to actually want to offset it from the ceiling, and I recommend moving it about like 0.05 down, and make sure that the surface is white. So in order to do that, you can click Flip Along, Groups Blue. So now you're going to edit the light actually. In order to edit the light, you are going to right click on the rectangle light and then go to V-Ray for SketchUp and then edit light. Set the intensity to about 40. I usually just go for 40. And then make sure you click invisible unless you want the light to show. Click OK. And now you're just going to start the test render and press the R button. So, well, first you should probably set your scene back. Okay, now press R the button. So now it should start rendering. This won't take long. Let me just fast forward through this scene. And here is the test render. And so let's say you've decided that it's too bright. All you have to do is just change back the intensity, either lower it or increase it, whichever. You know, and then test render it again. And once you've decided that you like how it looks, you're going to change the settings for the final render, because since you did choose a smaller size, you would want it to be a little bit bigger, because it's going to turn out all pixelated when you put it on your boards for presentation. So just go back to output, and I usually like to select this size. I don't know, it's kind of just like in the middle. It's decent enough to put in the board, but it's not, you know, like super pixelated. And just start your rendering process again. And I'm going to fast forward through again. So now here is your final render. You are going to save it now as a JPEG or a TIFF. I usually save it as both because I found out that for some reason sometimes the TIFF actually has a better quality than the JPEG. I don't know why, but then sometimes they look exactly the same. So I just save them both ways, but it's up to you. However you want to save them. You can save them both ways and then compare it. But yeah, so just click save on top and then save it to your desktop, whichever, and then insert it into your final presentation. And so hopefully that helped you guys. I'll see you in class. Bye.